Alrighty, guys, welcome back to Season 5, Episode 3 of Wax Pro UNCUT. I'm Erica.
And I'm Rachel.
Today, this episode's all about the ladies. For the ladies.
Aren't they all?
Yes, they
I feel
are.
like they kind of are.
But I just don't like to exclude guys either. But we're going to talk all about women in the industry, what it is to be a woman in general. Some fun things lined up, but I wanted to actually ask you some personal questions because I was thinking, we talk so much about business, we talk so much about waxing, we talk about all the things in between, but we don't really talk about ourselves, and we often get questions about us on a personal level, or the girlies try to follow our personal accounts to kind of just, go along with, I think, our personal life. So let's just tell all.
Okay. What do you want to know?
Okay, so what are maybe some hidden talents or fun facts about Rachael, non-wax related, not kid related, just like truly Rachael, that you would be willing to share with the girlies?
I feel like when someone asks you for a fun fact about yourself is when you realize like how not fun you are.
You are so fun. Get out of here.
Well, I think I'm fun. I think that I'm funny, but
I agree.
I don't know. What's your fun fact?
My fun fact?
Yeah. So, like, are we talking like icebreaker? You're at a new job and they're like, share something about yourself.
Yeah, what's a fun fact or something people wouldn't know about you? I feel like everyone knows this about me, though. I love to karaoke.
Oh, we've talked about this before.
Yeah, like that's like my fun fact. I will karaoke soberly or tipsy, whatever, in front of anyone.
That's how we're so different. Like, you couldn't, like, with a gun to my head, make me karaoke. That's how I would die.
I'm also really good at like beer games, like beer pong. Forget about it. Just shout out Nick if you're listening to this. He's my beer pong partner. We have taken down parties. Cornhole. Like, very often I've started games with making it right in. And I'm
sure the crowd goes wild.
Yeah. Oh, another thing. Again, all beer related.
It's darts. What else? Pool.
No, I mean, darts, decent. Pool, I used to be way better. My last few games, I'm like, what the fuck is going on with my mechanics? Like, I don't know. They're not aligned right now. But chugging a beer, 7 seconds flat. A Corona, to be specific. I haven't done it in a while, so.
Next episode, we're going to get you to do it live. Oh, that would break your sobriety, so.
But then we'd have to cover the label, too.
Right.
Yeah. When I break my sobriety, if I break my sobriety, it'll be on the podcast.
It'll be on the podcast with the Corona. Well, it only takes 7 seconds of your time. Well, I don't know. I just don't feel like I'm that interesting.
Yes, you
All
are.
I can think of are things that I hate to share. Like, you'd get to know me by knowing the things I dislike. Like, I love the beach, hate the sand. I want to, like, sit at a bar that looks at the ocean, but I don't need to ever get in the ocean.
See,
Same
I
with
didn't
bodies
know that
of
about
water.
you.
I don't
What?
like pool season, and it's hard because in Phoenix it's so hot in the summer, and all we do is swim all summer long. Like, I actually really don't like to swim. I know how. I just
Are you sure about that?
Pools gross me out so bad.
I had no idea about that at all.
It's gross. Like, everyone's just in it. Everyone's just peeing in the pool. No one gets out.
That's facts.
And it's just like kind of yucky. I don't know. What
I've
else
never
don't
thought
I
about
like?
that.
I
Yeah.
don't really like riding bikes. Again, I know how, which is really tough because my husband loves to ride bikes, and like riding bikes with the kids is a big part of the young children years. And I'm just like, ugh, it's just like not my yuck. So you're like, okay, so you have time. What would you do? How would you spend your time? I'm like, I want to be left alone in a cold, dark room and read a book. I think I like to read, but I've talked about that before. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm going to have to like really think about my fun facts.
These are facts I did not know. Like, I'm shocked right now about not liking
The pool.
bodies of water.
No, they're just like kind of gross. The ocean is really scary. I'm scuba certified. No one would guess that.
What?
I'm scuba certified. I know.
also didn't know that. What's happening right now?
I know.
Who are you?
Years ago, right?
So you're scuba certified, but you don't really like to be in the ocean.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. So I actually just told this story to my husband when I was working at European Wax Center, and my best friend from high school, childhood really, Marcy, we went and we moved to Australia with working holiday visas, and we intended to be there a year, and we were only there about 5 months because after working at this restaurant we got a job at, we decided to take the rest of our money and travel. So we went to Thailand, Indonesia, Fiji, New Zealand, and we got scuba certified in Thailand. And you, for your certification, have to do all these like very specific dives, like a night dive, a deep water dive, whatever.
I'm shocked you did that.
I am too. To this day, Eric is like, I cannot believe that's like so outside of the realm of the person he knows now.
That's your fun fact right there.
So we did a dive that the water was really choppy and they were going to take us really far out. So we were in Thailand and they gave everybody these little pink pills that were supposedly Dramamine so that you wouldn't get sick on the boat. I mean, like,
it was ecstasy.
Telling this story now, you're like, we just took a pill, like no questions asked, just
took
okay,
a pill in Ibiza,
and in Thailand, and so everyone's like, okay, I'm feeling fine, I'm feeling good, and normally.
Where's this going?
They measure your tank, right, of like how much air you've consumed. When you come up, they chart everything and keep track of it all. And so they gave us these little pink pills. We did the dive. When we came back up, I had used like 10% of my air because I was so relaxed and so calm. They were like, oh, you can use your tank for the next dive because it still has so much air left.
You took the pink pill, went in, came up naked.
Yeah, right. Yes, exactly. Like my scuba suit's gone. So that is really funny. And then the next dive we did was a night dive, and I used every last bit of my air because I was so nervous in the water. Like you just like breathe at a much faster pace. So anyway.
Wow. See, that's your fun fact.
That's my fun
that's
fact.
what you
I'm
take
scuba
to
certified.
these little conferences. I remember getting love letters from you on those trips.
Back when I was in Australia?
Yeah, you would write me.
It's a million years ago.
Literally. It was 15 years ago because I just posted on our story yesterday a screenshot of me saying,
oh, come home.
I miss my Rachael or something like that. And it said 15 years ago, and it must have been when you were in Australia. So, wow.
It was. But now I'm back.
Yeah. You're back and better than ever.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so we're talking about the ladies today. So let's just kick it off with like the craziest thing about working with all females. And it's not just working with, but also our clients. And mind you, yes, we have some guys here and there, but generally it's been all females. So what do you think the craziest part about it is?
I think it's managing emotions all around. So when, like at our salon, every employee is a female. So I know for Eric, that's hard to navigate. Almost all of our clients are all females. And so when you are also trying to self-regulate emotions and then helping your clientele regulate emotions or taking on the emotional burden of the client experience of, they come in, there's a lot of venting, dumping, tea being spilled, if you will. And so it's just learning how to package that all up in your brain that you can give a good service, do a good job, not take it home with you, remain professional. There's just a lot of emotion involved, I think. We're very emotional beings.
Yes.
Us women.
Generally.
Creatures.
That's...
Yeah. It's so interesting now. So like, my daughter's 9 and she's entered into like an extremely moody phase in her life. And it's happening much sooner than I thought it would. I thought we had more time, honestly. And I was talking to my husband about it and he's like, I thought this was more like teenager, like 11, 12, 13. And it's been so crazy to watch the ups and downs of it. And so I'm asking him, or I told him the other day, I was like, I don't know if I'm going to survive this. It's just really hard, like the same, to self-regulate. You're still, like I'm 36 and still figuring myself out and how to, regulate my emotions, and then trying to help a tiny person do it is very challenging.
Wow.
And so I had told him, like, I don't know if I'm going to survive this. Like, how do you manage? And he said, well, I've had a lot of practice. And I was like, why? Because you've dated so many people? And he was like, no, because I've been married to you for 14 years. And I was like, oh, I didn't see that coming. I'm like, but I'm not this bad, right? And he's like, I mean, Like, oh my gosh.
He says, I mean,
Okay, well, I'm not crying because I can't find my charger to my iPad. And she's like freaking out. Oh, she had a meltdown the other day because there were so many mosquitoes in the house. And it's just like such big emotions. And, you know, we all have that. And we just learn how to deal with it better. Some more than others. But what do you think?
the craziest part?
Yeah.
It's not even the females, it's the males around them. That's the craziest part.
Of the female behavior.
Yeah, because all of the problems, no offense, Tim.
My dad's here recording this.
We got a man here.
Men are the problem.
All of the problems are always like from the guys. So like, you know, I'm thinking about it from the management perspective, and I've had I literally don't know how many female employees, right? It would show up and it's like baby daddy drama, or, you know, custody battles, or domestic violence, or breakups, cheating, or pregnancies, whether they were intentional or unintentional. I mean, it's just crazy shit all the time. And I'm just like, okay, I'm trying not to like give them my personal opinion. I'm trying to listen, but I'm also trying to draw the boundary of like, we're at work and can't, but I hear you. And I realize like all of it just stems from the relationship aspects.
Interesting.
That was the craziest part for me, honestly. Also their influence over the women. My husband said I have to get a job that pays more. My husband doesn't think this is a real job. My boyfriend is moving to Chicago, so I'm following him. Like, what?
A lot of control.
Yeah, it was just nuts. And I had to always be neutral, even though in my head I'm like, God, see you in 3 months, idiot. Like, you know, you just had to let them do their thing. And you're just like, okay, sweetheart, like, whatever you think is best for you. So yeah, that was always nuts to me. They'd be totally normal, and then one day come in with this idea, and I'm like, this is not even your idea.
This isn't your idea.
Yeah.
Interesting. On a management level.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And especially because I would hear things on a different level than, say, peers would, right? Because they would come and be like, you know, I'm probably going to be leaving the job in a month. And they're like kind of pre-planning before they even tell the girlies like what the plan is. So like I always knew stuff was coming before everyone else did. And then there's always narratives of like what they would tell you versus what they would tell me, and what's the truth, what's not. I don't give a shit. Do the job, do it well, and let's move on with it, you know? What do you think are some things that only waxers would understand about women?
I don't know.
I got one for you.
Okay, what is it? Maybe yours will spark mine.
I literally think that only waxers understand, like how comfortable women are when they're naked.
Oh, and like in the wax suite.
Yeah. Like
Yeah, it's
all
pretty
of
crazy.
a sudden.
It should be studied, honestly.
It really should. I think we've maybe talked about this before, but like they're at first like, oh my God.
I can't imagine being naked in front of you.
Right.
And then three
appointments in, they're like,
yeah, wild
I started using a butt plug this weekend. And you're like, sick. Like
remember
how's that going?
Yeah.
You know?
Well,
yeah, well, good for
how's
you.
that?
Yeah. Is that not nuts?
No, it is.
Like after a few appointments, like, I mean, sometimes it's even within the first appointment, they go from like, oh, I'm not used to this, to like, oh yeah, you should have seen what I was doing last weekend. And you're like,
whoa.
Okay. Cool.
The ones that come in hot on the first appointment though and share everything, and you're like, okay. They set the bar really high.
Yeah.
Appointment number 1, you're like, where are we going from here?
Yeah,
Like,
this is our first date, baby. Like, yeah.
Yeah, I have this client, before she was a referral from somebody else, she texted me this like long, unhinged, pouring out all of her insecurities of why she's nervous to wax or switch her waxer. Her waxer moved away, and so now she was coming to me, and she had some issues down below, and so she was sharing those with me. And over text, I'm like, you know, I've seen it all. Everything's fine. Don't worry. Blah, 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 the whole thing. And then she came in and like got completely naked for the service, didn't need to. You know, there were I'm not even gonna say red flags. They were just flags. Where you're like, okay. And so now I've seen her probably 6 months, and she's super cool. And this last episode, I keep saying episode, appointment, I'm doing her Brazilian, and she's FaceTiming her girlfriend, like friend that's a girl, who posted on social media, her friend did, that she got a wax and had a bad reaction. So she's FaceTiming this friend, and she's like, I have my waxer here. Show her your skin, and she can help you with product recommendations. So I'm waxing her, and her friend is on FaceTime showing me her vagina on the phone while I'm waxing her. And it caught me off guard, and it was fine. I'm like, happy to help. And the girl was like, actually, like, send me your info. I would love to see you. I'm not happy where I'm at now. So I gained a client out of it, but it just made me laugh. Like
this is
normal, I guess. Yeah. In what other scenario or setting would that be appropriate? None at all.
I also think another thing that waxers know about women is that they all kind of have the same, like, everyone's insecure. I think that's what we know. And I think we have a special way of making everyone feel like it doesn't matter. Like, we're going to wax you. Like, I literally don't care. Your size, your weight, your skin is dry, your ingrown hairs, you just got off your period. Like, we just don't care. And I think all waxers know that women all care, but we don't. You know, it's like...
It's a level of acceptance.
Yeah. Like, no one will ever judge you in the wax suite. And if your waxer is judging you in the wax suite, you must mission abort. That's crazy.
You need a new waxer.
100%. So kind of back to, like, the craziness of being around all females and stuff. I think a big part of it is, like, hormones.
Oh, for sure.
The 99% of it is hormones. Have you noticed that your clients, like, depending on their hormones or their stress levels, like, their pain will either be heightened or not?
Oh, 100%.
Right.
I mean, when you have a client come in that's like ragey and bitchy and like right off the bat, like work is terrible or the traffic on the way there, and they like start the appointment complaining or on one, and you're like, oh boy, here we go. And they almost always are like, is the wax really hot? Or this hurts more than normal? Or are we almost done? Like those types of questions where you're like, okay, sorry.
Yeah, for
sorry,
sure.
You're having a bad day.
Yeah, if you're on edge, I think the wax is just way more... For sure. Or obviously, like, the week before your period, like, everything's just more heightened. So, like,
the world is out to get you, including your waxer.
100%.
Like, I'm just doing my job. I'm sorry.
Right. And then also just, like, along the lines of pregnancy and periods and stuff like that, your waxer just knows. We know things that you don't know before you know it. And I think you know what I'm talking about. Pregnancies specifically. Like, we've both had recently clients that we knew were pregnant before they even knew they were pregnant.
We're like those
drug
dogs
crazy?
that can like sniff it out.
Is that crazy?
Yeah.
Tell your story.
Well, so I was waxing one of my regulars for years, and she has 2 kids already. I was waxing her chin, and I laid the wax, and she's kind of always a complainer. Sorry if you're watching this. But
she loves you. It'll be fine.
Yeah. No, she was like, that feels really hot. And she kept saying like, oh my gosh, she's like, am I bleeding? Like, kept making comments of like, I'm like, no, your skin's fine. And I had said, you're really acting like you're pregnant. And she was like, oh my God, I better not be. Her husband had a vasectomy. And so she was like, no, there's no way that I'm pregnant. I was like, okay, I'm just saying you're acting like you're pregnant. And then she texted me like 3 weeks later. I think we were together. I got the text and I was like, no way. She texted me. And when I saw her message come back up of like, remember when I was complaining that my chin hurt so bad or like was hot? And I thought she was going to say like, you burned me. And so I'm holding my breath. And she was like, no, I'm pregnant. I am having baby number 3. I was like,
that's
oh my gosh,
crazy.
Congratulations. But her husband had never gone back to have his sample retested, which shame. That's how you get pregnant for a 3rd time. So let this be a lesson.
Wow.
Yeah. So he got the job done. Baby number 3. Congrats.
Wow.
What about you?
Crazy.
You had one too, didn't you?
Yeah. One of my regulars too. Cutest pie. She comes in and just lays on the table, and it was crazy. Like, I felt like That's So Raven. I like was like, looked at her vagina.
You had a vision.
I had a vision. And
you saw her.
I don't know why. I was just like, she's pregnant, right? I'm
like,
thinking,
did she visibly look any different?
No. I just was like, something was like different. I'm telling you, I think it's her freaking hormones. Like, I could, pheromones. I don't know.
You have a gift.
I do. I've got a gift for pheromones. What can I say? Like, I could sniff out the highest testosterone man in any room at any given time. That's a gift.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Terrible.
Bad.
Yeah, because they're all players. But it's there. The gift is there. But anyway, she lays down on the table, and I don't know. I just sensed it. And so lay the first wax strip, and she's like, again, with the sensitivity. And I'm like, I turn off my wax pot. Okay. And I was using Mademoiselle, and
it's hot.
Carry heat. My analysis is that its core temperature just stays hotter. Like, that's it. But I'm like, okay, maybe it's that. I'm like literally like cooling it off. I'm like twirling and twirling. My freaking wrist is starting to hurt because
it's
I'm
like never even gonna lay. It's so
right.
dry, and she's
so
still complaining.
Yeah, and I'm like, and I end up telling her, I'm like, I mean, could you be pregnant? And she's
I hate
like,
to tell you this, but you're pregnant.
yeah, I'm certain you're pregnant now. So she goes, I missed my period.
Oh, well, duh. Hello.
And then she's like, but that happens often to me, and I've been really stressed, so I'm pretty sure that's it. And I was like, okay, no, you should go take a test, like, for
wow.
Yeah. She's like, no, like this is pretty common for me. And I was like, okay. And I text her 2 weeks later. I was like, have you got your period? She's like, no. And I'm like, oh, okay. Like, for sure. Sure as can be. She's pregnant. She's 6 months in, and she's so cute, and her baby bump's so cute. But she texts me. She's like, this is so crazy. I'm going to tell my daughter that my waxer
was the first person
to know about her.
That is really crazy.
Is it not? It's just like, I don't know. The reaction, everything like goes back to hormones, and we're just observant. We spend time with them every month, different times of their period cycles and stuff. I just think we have a gift, honestly. The gift of pregnancy telling.
Fortune telling.
Pregnancy telling, yes. Okay, some other things that I think only waxers kind of have and know is just like relationships and if they're healthy or not with our clients and what they decide to tell us. I feel like we pretty much instantly know the dynamic of a relationship based off of what our clients share with us in the wax suite.
I've got about 4 that are headed straight for divorce right now.
And you could tell.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
It's
like
terrible.
I've waxed them for years, and I'm like, oh, the second those kids graduate.
Yeah. It's terrible. I have a couple people like that too, where one, I'm like I could literally tell if the guy is a player and she doesn't know. Like, I'm like, did you ever find out about that golf trip? That like trying to like ask questions without being accusatory, or like, oh, that personal assistant of his, she's cute.
And just zero self-awareness at all.
Yeah, and it's so hard for me because like that hits home for me. You know, I'm just hyper aware. Maybe that's what it is for me, but I could always tell if they're like in a bad relationship or just little comments. It's what they choose to share.
Right, is very telling.
Like Henry says, well, Henry doesn't like when I...
The way they speak about it, yeah, for sure.
That's tough for me. Honestly, it's probably the toughest part of the job is for me to shut the fuck up
to
about
be quiet
that.
about stuff.
I do stay quiet, but it's hard. It takes every ounce of me to be like, girl, are you for real?
Yeah. Open up. What idiots. Just a bunch of idiots.
I don't know about that. I think we've all been blind in love before, or it's just denial. It's protection. You don't want to deal with the other side of it, which is a really hard decision.
But your waxer knows. Remember that.
Your waxer knows. Speaking of hard decisions or hard times, I guess, what is one of the hardest seasons of your life that you went through while being a waxer that you had to like check it out the door?
Pregnancy and postpartum. For sure. It was physically just really demanding, and I hated everyone. Like my compassion in client care was probably less than, because I just did not care about anybody else, because I was like, I'm so physically uncomfortable. I don't care. I don't care about you.
Like everything
yes,
down
just
there.
like
I've never
everything
had kids.
was
I don't
achy.
know.
Like my feet hurt, my back hurt. I'm tired. Like I just was so over it when you're so big and everyone wants to tell you how great you look and how big your stomach is, or are you sure it's not twins? And you're just like, shut the fuck up. I don't care. Please be quiet. And it's hard because people mean really well, but when they see you every 4 weeks, like it's a huge jump every 4 weeks, right? Like you're getting bigger and bigger and ultimately like fatter and fatter. But like, how are you feeling? Oh, I'm sure not great. You're like, no, I'm not great. And I actually don't want to talk about how I'm feeling. How are you?
That's got to be hard,
Like,
because
it's
every
just
single person.
Every person all day long, every day. And then you get through those 4 weeks and then it's like rinse and repeat back to. And so I just was like, ugh, I just couldn't. That was really hard. And then I came back from I took a large chunk of time off when I had my daughter, but when I had Bennett, I came back after 4 weeks. And so that was really hard because that was my choice, because I didn't want to lose clients. And I was so resentful to come back at 4 weeks. Like all of my clients, I can't believe you're back so soon. I'm like, I know, me either, but I know you would go somewhere else if I didn't come back. So it was like, fine. And then I was like 8 weeks in, like, oh no, I made a mistake. I should have taken way more time off.
Yeah, 4 weeks is crazy.
It was stupid. It was one of the biggest mistakes I've probably ever made in my career. I mean, I'm fine. Obviously, everything is fine now. But looking back, I just remember like how angry I was to be at work. And clients that are like so excited to see me and hear about the baby and how are you guys doing? And I was just like so resentful and angry. So that was, very hard.
I bet.
So I'm scratching my face. But yeah, what about you?
Hardest time for me. I mean, probably the divorce, because the details around it, processing it every day, I was like learning more stuff, and I was managing to Waxing the Cities at the time. And it was hard, like you, in a different way. It was hard for me to have compassion for anyone. Like, you're calling out why? Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, do you even know what I'm going through? But you can't say that.
No.
You're just like, okay, you stubbed your toe, so can't come in. Yeah, all right, sounds good. I'm like going through bankruptcy. I'm filing divorce. I'm like not only just divorcing, but losing my 3 stepkids that I raised, my home, literally going from a huge ass fucking lake house to moving into my parents' house and sharing a room with my nephew, which I'm so grateful for. Don't get me wrong, but it's like, I'm like, your problems are nothing. And I think like that's one aspect I had to like really just tone down and realize like, okay, there are people that are still going through worse than me. Like, it's not the end of the world. It was just a really hard time for me to like deal with anyone, because in my world, that was all that was happening, right? It was like the divorce. But yeah, I checked it every day. I actually, in the same season, is when I got fired from Waxing the City.
Oh.
Do you remember that?
Not really.
Because I didn't talk about it much. So I've never been fired from a job. So this is what happened. Tea time. Get the tea, ladies. So I was working for the company, and again, I'm in the middle of divorce, right? So like, I'm living with my parents. I'm managing the 2 stores, and I enrolled in beauty school, in aesthetic school, because I didn't get my license till I was 31 years old, which was 5 years ago, because I was in management, right? I didn't start off as a waxer esthetician. So it was all like really fast, but it had to be because like my my student loan assistance, whatever, like I was going to get government assistance because I was still legally married, right? But if I was single, like I wouldn't get the same assistance because of my salary and the people, like the amount of dependents I had or whatever. So I'm like, fuck, I need to enroll in school now because it's going to be way cheaper. So I did. And so I'm in school, and I had told my bosses, meaning the franchise owner and my GM, like, hey, I'm going to school. This is how it's going to go down. It's night school. It won't interfere with the job. I got it. They're like, cool, cool, cool. And so I'm going to school. Everything's fine. And as I'm getting closer to getting my license, I'm keeping them well informed about, the process and my plans. And my plan fully was to open Savage Society, which I did. And that's how I was renting from Rachael and Eric at Boss Salon. And, they knew I was going to do that. It was like 20 or 20 some miles away from the facilities that I managed. And there was nothing wrong with the, proximity to the location. So it got closer and closer. And so we did the grand opening party.
Right.
Right, at Boss Salon. And so this was no secret. Like, I wasn't being shady. I was 100% transparent. We were posting stories about it and stuff like that. I had Aaron a part of this, which there was no conflict because, again, it was, 20 some miles away from the location. But Aaron had a license, and Aaron was doing the services at the grand opening party. Aaron was an employee of mine at Waxing the City, but she was doing the demo services and stuff like that because I wasn't licensed yet. I was going to have license in hand like a few weeks later because it was still like that weird COVID period of time where licenses were taking fucking forever. So I didn't want to have no issues. We were using Aaron's license to get supplies, and she was a part of the grand opening party and stuff like that. So I go to log into, the point of sale system for Waxing City, and I've lost access. And I'm like, I know this game. I wrote this playbook. So I'm like, they're going to fucking can me. And so when I talked to my GM, she was acting brand new. Like, she didn't fucking know anything about my plans. And I'm like, I can't even say her name because it's ridiculous. So I was like, name, what are we doing here? Like, you knew what my plan was. Like, this, I wasn't going to dick you around, whatever. And she's like, oh, the owner, he was just worried you're going to take business and that, Aaron's going to take all her clients over to Savage Society. And
So
I'm
did
like,
Aaron get fired at the same time?
Aaron got fired at the same time.
Oh.
Hence how Aaron ended up working full time at Savage Society. Like, that was not the initial plan, right? But now it's like we were in a predicament where, like, we both didn't have jobs. So we had no other option but to go 100% Savage Society. But we were starting from zero. Like, we had no clients, no nothing, so we were both grinding. So she ended up going back to, like, serving and still doing Savage Society. And I was bartending and doing Savage Society. But, like, obviously overhead's insane when you first open a business. And now I had a business with an employee.
Yeah.
Right. So I ended up getting back into management, business coaching, stuff like that to, like, pay the bills. Right. And so ultimately that's how I committed back to business coaching full time, was just like money. Right. Money is unfortunately like the reason why people make a lot of decisions. But I just couldn't sustain it because our plan was kind of fucking derailed because I was fired from the job, right? So moral of the story is, like, if you're going to go solo, just know you highly probable chance that you're going to be fired from your job if you're at a job and you're going to open anything in the industry. And we've talked about this before. It's like, be prepared to be fired that same day. I wasn't even mad. I wrote this fucking playbook. I would do it all the time to girls. They'd give a notice and I'd be like, no, it's all good. You're not coming back. Bo, I need my 2 weeks. Nah, you gave me notice. It's on my time. These are my clients. Like, I've been that guy too. So, or gal. The bad guy.
If you were the manager, though, that fired you, like, would you have let you stay?
Would I have let me stay?
Because it was so far outside of the...
Yeah, because they shot themselves in the foot. Losing a manager over 2 stores is, like, tragic. So genuinely, like, I could tell you non-biased, like, answer is I would have kept the person and been like, when's your final date? And you're going to backfill your fucking role because I'm not about to go look for 2 managers to fill your role. And that was the plan. But it was just like, it was crazy how they behaved.
Well, to act like you hadn't been transparent.
No, that's the part. I'm like,
part.
of course I was transparent because I've been in your shoes so many times. So I told you, tea time, that one time Erica Sicre has been fired.
Well, you can do it right and still get screwed. So
right.
you should have just lied.
Should have just lied. I should have just stole the fucking clients.
Yeah,
I
should've
tell
taken
you
the
what.
clients and left.
Yeah.
But
So,
alas, the tale is old as time.
right. But anyways, this episode's all about the ladies, not Erica getting fired. So let's get back to the ladies. So is there like a juicy confession that you've been told in the wax suite by a client?
Oh gosh. I mean, yeah, we did a whole episode on this like early on. I'm trying to think of one I haven't shared. You keep like putting me on the spot, and I feel like I don't have very good answers today. I'm trying to think of one recently that I haven't. I mean, yes, like infidelity always. That's over the course of my career.
Do you feel that usually it's the confession is that the woman's telling you that she's being unfaithful, or she tells you about a partner being unfaithful?
Oh, I've had both, but mostly like the confession is yes, I'm like dating a married man, etc. I'm trying to think of one that's not like infidelity related because that's been done so many times.
Burnt out.
What about like? Do you have one that you can think of off the top of your head?
I had a client, a female client, and I specify that because I have mostly male clients, that told me she was committing like some sort of fraud situation at work with like some checks.
Oh God!
And I was like,
you're like, what was that company again called?
Yeah, I literally, it was tough because I'm like, okay, this is nuts. Like when someone is telling me about something like that, I'm like, you have
what do I do with this information?
Yeah, you don't have morals. Like now I don't trust you in my wax suite. Like you could steal from someone, you could like, you know, and she's like, yeah, and they haven't even figured it out.
Do you still wax this person?
No.
Well, she's probably in prison.
I actually haven't reached out to her. Like intentionally. I don't even know. I should check her Instagram, but yeah, that one was off-putting. I didn't know what to do with it. I'm like, okay, that's crazy. Well, that's risky. Be careful.
Like,
you know,
that's really bad. You should stop doing that.
Right. Oh, but like, God. Was I supposed to be like, you know what? You're fucked up. And like,
your wax is over.
Fire her? I don't know. Like, that's a good question. Like,
I don't know.
Are we supposed to fire them if they're like not good people?
Probably.
I wouldn't have a lot of clients.
You'd have to fire everyone.
Yeah, like think about it. Most of my clients are guys. I'd have none.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Maybe we'll do a poll in the Instagram stories.
We will do a poll and find out. Okay, so earlier we were talking about like in the wax suite, obviously a lot of shit happens, emotional things and pregnancies and confessions and stuff. Do you ever feel like you take it home?
I don't think so much anymore. Probably at a point in my life I did. I just have such great normal clients. Like when I was at European Wax Center and the amount of clientele that we saw, there was so much like the level of crazy was much higher. And so just crazy. the number of people I saw. So there was just by default higher volume of crazy stories.
Yeah.
Now I just have such a regular, normal book of people. I don't because it's, and I mean, we're mostly with these people 15 minutes, right? 20, 30, 45 at the very most. And I have a really good cadence and balance with my people that it's like, catch up with me, catch up with you. What's up? Talk about trips, stories, like kids, and then it's out. And so I don't really get a lot of like heavy stuff anymore.
Right.
And I do think I'm able when I do to like compartmentalize it pretty well. I'm like trying to think of the last time I was like emotional. Oh, like a client came in and she had just dropped off a gift basket, and it hit home because it was a kid that went to our school, but like he was riding his bike and he was hit by a car. And so I'm like gonna cry talking about it. She was telling me about dropping off the gift basket and like how sad it was, but I was like, oh, that was so sad, like how terrible, just thinking about like my own kids. And then came home, talked to Eric about it, and then it was kind of done in my mind. But other than that, it's all pretty like rinse and repeat, really like easy, thankfully. So I don't think so. Yeah. I don't think anymore. I carry it with me. Do you have a hard time with that? I don't see you as having a hard time with that.
Well, more from the employee standpoint, because again, like a lot of times employees would come to me and tell me about like
Heavy hard stuff.
why they can't work here anymore, and it was always just like Jesus, or like I would unfortunately, and I keep bringing this up because I think it's super important to bring awareness that like domestic violence is really unfortunately more common than we realize. So I've had call outs where that's the reason why, and the rest of the team's like, what the she's out again. And I'm just like, you don't even understand like what's happening. She has a black eye right now, and she's like at home, dealing with God knows what, been up till 5 a.m. with cops and stuff. Like, it was not my place to ever tell anyone. That's why. So I think that used to really bother me, and probably why I, for a stint, like was really aggressive toward men. And now, no, not so much, because the same thing. It's like I've chosen my clients basically, and I've been fortunate enough to do that. But I did have recently my client, his partner passed away, and they've been together a very long time. It was very sudden, and he found him, and it was just like, I've not stopped thinking about it. It's almost every single day. And I've seen him twice since it happened, and I'm just like, because I can't imagine, like there's people that go a lifetime without finding their love, and he had his love and lost it, and like it just it's heavy on me for sure. So I mean, I think that's just a part of being like a human, is those emotions. But how do you regulate that? Like, how do you, because you've gotten good at it, but is there anything you do to like kind of filter that once you get home, or it's just like you've practiced it so long?
No, I think I've just practiced it so long, and I think I have, because I have kids and a husband, when I come home, it's like really easy to just switch gears entirely. So it's like switch it on, switch it off, and compartmentalize it. But I mean, we talked all about it in the last episode: mental health, self-care, taking time for yourself to just be able to, I don't know, process it and then put it behind you. Because otherwise then you can't show up for your next client. And they are back-to-back, booked back-to-back. So you gotta figure out how to do it.
We were talking about like, it just needs to be studied, honestly, because the ability to switch personalities, like that's kind of nuts. Like us as waxers, every 15, 30 minutes, you're like,
you gotta match your
changing gear. Like no matter how you feel, even though you're like, oh my God, my last one. Hey, how's it going? Like if they're your first one, and we do that all day long. I think that could be exhausting.
Very
for
much.
Sure. And it really just depends on their personality. But speaking of personalities, what do you think is the main difference between your male and female clients and their personalities or interactions?
I feel like you could answer this better because you have so many more male clients. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind is they're all babies when it comes to waxing. They're all so sensitive.
Yeah.
That's really the only thing I can think of. In the wax suite, for sure.
Yeah.
Less emotional.
More transactional.
Way more transactional. Yeah. It's just a quick in and out.
Yeah.
Where the women like,
it's an experience.
yes, it's a service. You take that, it's a journey with them. Where men are like bullet points.
Yep.
Done.
Yeah.
But that's okay. It's a nice break in the day sometimes.
For sure.
Like
just
keep it real surface level.
Yeah.
That's
How
super
you doing?
comfortable.
Good.
Yep.
How's work? Great.
Perfect.
How's the wife? Cool.
She's still with me.
Yeah. $30.
All right. We'll see you next week. Yeah. It's easy. It's kind of like a break in the chaos.
For
if you
sure.
will.
For sure. That's why I like my guys. For sure. I noticed they're, I hate to say this, ladies, don't come for me. They are more reliable.
In terms of like business
Appointments.
Yeah.
They're like,
That's interesting.
Tuesday, 2 p.m. Got it. And
Like no reminder needed.
no. And confirmations are like so simple. Hey, see you Friday too. Thumbs up. Yep. Yeah. It's just so simple where it's like girlies are just
They get
like
6 texts and they still no show.
yeah. Or they're like
Late.
24
reschedule.
updates. I'm on my way. Oh my God. I got
I
stuck
know.
in
That is
traffic
so
at
funny.
this light and this light. Now I'm at this light. Now I'm at the.
I know.
Girl,
I'm like,
I
I
will see you
literally
at
don't
15.
care.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
fine.
Yeah.
Like, it
Yeah,
just,
we're good.
the over-explaining. Yeah.
Yeah. But here's what's so sweet about girlies, and I think we could almost wrap this. They always like feel so bad, and like they almost overtip. You know, they're
When
like,
they feel bad.
yeah, they're like, oh my God, or they'll bring you a coffee or something like, I'm sorry about, whatever. And guys, you don't ever have that because they don't do it to begin with.
Right. 'Cause it's not happening at all.
It's happening.
I know. The women, you're like, show me how sorry you are.
Right.
Please. You can tip right here.
So I'm going to ask you a good question to end our episode about women. I think it's a great question. I've never asked you.
Okay, let's see.
What's your favorite thing about being a woman?
Oh.
Wow, you didn't see that coming, huh?
Oh.
Man,
I was just thinking, what's the next line? My
woman.
prerogative to have a little fun.
Yeah.
See? Get what I did there?
Yeah.
My favorite thing about being a woman? Oh. I just feel like I'm falling so flat on my answers today.
What do you like? You like something.
I mean,
Getting
being
your
a
hair
girl
done?
is fun. Like getting to shop, but like when I compare the things that bring me joy of like self-care, nails, hair, shoppy, packing for a trip, like figuring out your outfits. It's so fun. Where Eric's like, golf.
I was just thinking in my
riding.
head,
I'm
I'm
like,
like, that
gross.
sounds terrible.
All the things he likes to do, I'm like, no, that sounds so terrible.
Yeah.
So
I'm more like Eric.
I know. Being pampered.
I'm like, when I get there, here's exactly what I'm
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah. What about you? What's your favorite thing?
About being a woman?
Yeah.
I love everything about being a woman. I do. I like being hot. I like,
I love being a hot woman.
yeah, like getting my hair done, my nails done, being tan, like wearing whatever the fuck I want. Like, I love that. I don't know that guys get to experience that, like, hair done, nails done, everything did feeling.
Probably not. It's in a
I
different
love
way.
that. Oh, especially when you slay your makeup, your brows are perfect, your tan's
You just
perfect.
know.
You just know. Like, that
Yeah.
feeling, I don't know. Guys,
Yeah, I wonder
do
what
you
the
feel that?
equivalent is.
Tim, do you ever feel like, wow, I got my hair done, nails done, and I'm a baddie?
After watching this, yeah.
Well, there you have it. You watch this episode and you will feel like a badass bitch.
Because you are.
Yeah.
Until next time. Okay.
Holding a smile.